definitely.
Okay, so now, thank you. Good morning, everyone. We are very excited to be here today presenting our master's program in data science that is hosted by UTEC, Universidad Tecnológica del Uruguay. I'm going to share the screen now, okay? Yes, and you can see my screen? I hope so, good, brilliant. So, as I said, we are in this 1 hour long seminar where we are presenting our professional master's program hosted in Montevideo, Uruguay by UTEC, Universidad Tecnológica, with the academic support of MIT. Yes. To give you a bit of the presentation, yes, my name is Virginia Robano. I'm the director of the program. I'm going to be talking for about 5 minutes, giving you context. Then our colleagues from MIT, Dr. Karin Chu, is going to present the MicroMasters program and how this fits the whole course structure fit, which is the backbone of our masters. Then I'm going to intervene once again to tell you about the financial support that we offer in order for this to become a hub of entrepreneurial projects here in Uruguay. Then one of our students, Johan Perez, who is an engineer and is a part of cohort number 1. He's also the CTO of a software company. He's going to be talking about his experience as a student and as an entrepreneur here in Uruguay. And then we are going to present, to open the floor for questions that you may pose through the YouTube chat, which I believe is open already for questions. Yes? Okay. So if that is okay, I'm going to start telling you about this awesome opportunity that we have in these exceptional times to acquire MIT education from home. Yes. So we are hosted in Uruguay. We are a consortium of 3 innovative institutions. Plan Ceibal, which is the public institution in charge of bringing technology to all educational levels. Then UTEC, Universidad Tecnológica del Uruguay, which is the one that gives the academic background, the academic support for this whole master's program. And then ANI, the Agencia Nacional de Investigación e Innovación, our national research agency, which is the one that works with the graduates of the program, offering financial support, human capital support, and network support in order for these graduates to develop new lines of businesses or to develop new firms and lifting all the constraints that we have. So these 3 Uruguayan institutions, Plan Ceibal, UTEC, and ANI, conform the Collab Uruguay, this co-innovation laboratory in education and entrepreneurial ventures, which we are working since 2018. So we have 2 main agreements with MIT, with the Massachusetts Institute of Technology in Boston. One is with the Office of JWell, where we do a capacity building and knowledge transfer program for our faculty in order to develop digital education, to incorporate innovation and entrepreneurship into the academic curricula. And a new partnership, which is what we are going to be talking today, with the Institute for Data Systems as a Society to collaborate on this master's program on data science that we are going to be offering with our 2nd cohort starting this August. So before giving the floor to Karin, to Dr. Chu, please let me tell you a bit about how the whole structure of the master's program is, how it is, okay? So we call it The Future is Here because we have been offering this blended program combining online sessions with residential workshops in Uruguay since 2018 when it was designed, and in May 2019 we started with generation number 1. So even before the pandemic, we had already this present, so what was the future before in mind. So the backbone of our professional master's program is the MIT MicroMasters in Statistics and Data Science. With these MicroMasters, you can acquire up to 65 credits. And in order to have the 100 credits needed for the master's program, you will have to take a set of electives from online, from MIT, from UTEC, our Universidad Tecnológica, and from Universidad de la República. You will be able to choose amongst these electives on essential parts, like, okay, how to improve your skills in programming Python or R or another language, or very specific courses on natural language processing or pattern recognition, or how to set up a set of cloud computing, a cluster of computers when one computer is not enough to analyze all data. Okay, so, and what is exclusive from our master's program and with the agreement that we have with MIT is, I'm sorry, the synchronous support that we have through weekly sessions that Dr. Chu is going to tell you a bit more in a minute, okay? So we have the backbone of the program, which is the MIT MicroMasters, and then 3 residential workshops, one at the beginning, one in the middle, and one at the end, that aim to build social capital among the students and with the students and the network, the international network of Latin America and also the global American region, okay? So I now give the floor to our colleagues at MIT, and I'm sorry, in 20 minutes, I will be telling you a bit more about the human capital finance, the human capital and the seed financing that we offer and how the workshops are structured, okay? I stop my screen sharing now. Thank you. Muted.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Professor Virginia, for the nice introduction and for passing the floor to me. I'm the Assistant Director of Education for the IDSS MIT MicroMasters program in Statistics and Data Science. I work with MIT faculty and graduate students and postdocs and staff to produce and run the MicroMasters program. So let me share my screen right now to give you more overview of the program and on the partnership with UTEC. Right, okay. So here is our leadership. Professor Mansour Dale is the director of IDSS. IDSS is the Institute of Data Systems and Society at MIT. And Professor Devraj Shah is the faculty director of the MicroMasters. The two of them together really are the, gave birth to this MicroMasters program. They thought about what is the essentials? What would they want every data scientist to know in order to design this program? And here is our very important IDSS staff, Aaron, Susanna, who is also on this webinar right now, and Jeremy. They are vital to this partnership and to the program. Right, so the MicroMasters program in Statistics and Data Science is developed jointly by MITx and the MIT IDSS. The mission of IDSS is to address complex societal challenges by advancing both education and research, which are at the intersection of statistics, data science, information, decision systems, and social sciences. You could look up more information on our webpage. So what is a MicroMasters and what is the goal of our MicroMasters? So the whole point of doing this is that we would like to make MIT education accessible to everyone around the world. And platforms like edX allow us to do that and allow us to reach everyone while, professionals like you could really stay at home, be with your job still, your day job, you can still do it and not discontinue it, but at the same time, get the education at the same rigor that you would get on the MIT campus. there is the fact that it's a MicroMasters means that you can accelerate your path towards specific pathway programs. So if you complete the MicroMasters and then independently get into different pathway schools, and in this partnership, like at UTech, you will get a master's degree if you complete, well, once you are admitted and if you complete all the other requirements as well. The MicroMasters program consists of MIT graduate level courses. So there are 4 courses. They are all equivalent in rigor, pace, and length to those on MIT campus. And we have chosen it to cover the 4 courses we have chosen cover the 4 pillars, what we think of are the 4 pillars of data science. So there's probability, statistics, machine learning, and data analysis. And at the end of the program, we will have proctored exam that is comprehensive, that will test your knowledge on everything that you've learned in the 4 courses. This is the mechanics of it. You would do the courses online for the MicroMasters. There are 4 of them. You would do it on the edX platform. Then the final proctored exam is also on the edX platform. You can still be at your desk, at your own desk at home, and do this virtually proctored exam. And once you pass that, you will have the MicroMasters credential. You will get a certificate from edX that certify that you have completed this program. And then you can just apply your knowledge and skills that you've learned at your at your work or to further your education, like with UTech. At a glance, so the instructors of the courses are MIT faculty. There are 4 online courses and 1 online capstone exam. Each of these courses are 14 to 16 weeks in length because they coincide with the MIT semester. They're exactly the same length. And then for time commitment, just for these online courses, the MicroMasters online courses, is we estimate it to be around 10 to 14 hours per week. And here we have an asterisk. We estimated based on MIT students. So for MIT students who have the right prerequisites, so they know all the math and the programming, all the prerequisites that they need, and they are, they're not rusty. For MIT person, then the average that they spend on each of these courses is around 12 hours per week. And the certification, there will be a MicroMasters program credential in statistics and data science, which you could apply to your master's. There's also another pathway at MIT. So if you independently apply to the IDSS PhD program in, sorry, I forgot the name of the program, but the PhD at MIT IDSS. So if you independently get admitted there, then the MicroMasters course credit could also be transferred. So the courses cover really mainly the foundations of data science, statistics, and machine learning. There are 2 theory courses and 2 more hands-on courses. So the theory courses will really let you understand, if someone tells you, oh, here's my results. So it will let you evaluate whether somebody's analysis is valid. It will let you think of how to build models. And then on the other hand, the machine learning course, the data analysis course will give you some hands-on experience of, say, actually carrying out machine learning tasks on real data. And the hands-on courses will give you experience to, program in Python and R. So here are the list of the courses. So the first course is probability. This is one of the theory course. The order that you'll follow actually in this cohort would be, the second course will be machine learning with Python. We will cover the basics of machine learning, but you will get a chance to program things from scratch. And there'll be like 5 projects within this course. This is the more hands-on course. And then the third course is a mathematics course called the Fundamentals of Statistics. And the final one, it's a new course in the MicroMasters program. So the first cohort did not take this course. This is a course that will allow you to look at data in 4 different domain areas and use the techniques that you've learned in the other courses and some in this course as well to answer questions about this data. Here are our very accomplished faculty who was teaching this course. There's Professor Tsiklis teaching probability, Professor Barzilai Yakala and Professor Yakala on the machine learning course, Professor Rigolet for the statistics course, and Professor Yagelka and Professor Uller on the new data analysis course. These faculty together have won many awards, including MacArthur Genius Awards, Clark medals. They are experts in the field, and through their years of experience in research and teaching, these are the highly accomplished faculty that develop the course material. Why would you want to pursue the MicroMasters program in statistics and data science? I think it's clear by now. You will get MIT level education in a very flexible way for the fraction of the cost. So I think I myself honestly feel like this is a very good thing to do if I'm somewhere else. If I'm in the situation where this is available, then I think this is a very good opportunity to have high quality education. There are official benefits other than the knowledge that you'll earn. So once you earn the MicroMasters credential, you would have affiliate membership to the MIT Alumni Association. It also means that you will have free subscription to the MIT Horizon Digital Library. And we will have a celebration. Last year, we just had our first cohort. There will be a completion ceremony, which is online for credential holders. Of course, you'll have your MIT edX certificate to share with potential employers. There's also a final letter of accomplishment, which explains what completing this MicroMasters entail, so that you could share with potential employers and pathway schools. So our partnership with UTech is, we are very happy to be forming this new partnership. Our faculty director, Professor Shah, me, our program manager, Susanna, who is here with us today, and our teaching assistants and recitation instructors will work closely with Professor Virginia's team in effort to empower learners in this program. So like Professor Virginia has already mentioned, there will be dedicated, because of this partnership, there will be dedicated recitation instructors who will hold weekly live interactive online recitations on top of just the edX, the online course on the edX platform. These sessions will include reviews for exams. The goal of these recitations is really to provide the classroom experience. So, the online courses themselves are great and flexible. All the lectures are there, all the exercises are there, but maybe to approach more of the on-campus experience, what might be the one thing that is beneficial is this live interaction where you can talk with the MIT recitation instructors real time and ask questions and be guided to do problems. So the goals, again, is we will have theoretical and coding exercises in these weekly 2-hour recitation sessions. And we want to promote and encourage interactions between MIT instructor and the student, and also among the learners themselves, yourselves. And like I said, the structure is going to be weekly 2-hour Zoom sessions. There will be both instructions and problem solving sessions. There will be discussions. There will be polls. We will try to we'll try our best to make the sessions as valuable as sort of supportive of what you learn on the online course as possible. So it might look something like this. Here are some of our instructors from last year. There will be live instructions. There'll be coding exercise. There'll be, just more. This is one slide on, this is tablet instruction on reinforcement learning. And finally, like I said before, we just want to mention the schedule a tiny bit. The order that this cohort will take the courses in would be theory course, probability, then hands-on course, machine learning, then theory course, a mathematics course in statistics, so that you understand, what you have been doing in machine learning maybe. And then a final data analysis course, which will use hopefully all the knowledge that you've learned before and more. Right, so this is a quick introduction to the new course. It's called Statistics, Computation, and Applications. We'll start with a review of statistics, and then we'll have 4 different modules where we'll dig into data from different domains and use the techniques that are very common in those domains. So the schedule looks exactly like this. This is probability. Machine learning is in spring of next year. Then next summer will be the statistics course, and then next fall will be the data analysis course. And then, the January or February afterwards will be the final proctored exam that tests all of the knowledge throughout this 4 courses. So thank you to the UTEC team, and we look forward to this launch of this new partnership. And if you want more information on the MicroMasters themselves, you could go to this webpage, micromasters.mit.edu/ds. And there's also a contact email there, and we'll answer your questions immediately. I'll pass the floor back to Professor Virginia.
Thank you, Karin. Excellent. It's brilliant. We are so excited to have this awesome program that is going to be starting this August 26th, our second cohort. So let me state once again a bit of the structure and why this is an opportunity. In these exceptional times that we are living, now it wouldn't even be possible to travel to the United States to pursue an academic career. So we are offering this blended program designed from the start already here in Uruguay with MIT quality, top quality education, yes, for you to upgrade your human capital skills. And we are trying with our cohort of students from generation number 1 and with our present cohort to strengthen the ties, because entrepreneurship is a team effort, yes? It's a group effort, and that's why we encourage the participation of students doing teamwork, as Dr. Chu said, yes, even preparing for the workshops, for the recitations. Also, that is why, and I have seen one of the questions already that they have asked on whether the recitations are mandatory or not. Yes, the recitations are mandatory. It is not a bonus. It's because we believe in teamwork. And that's why we are giving you the opportunity, the chance to interact with your peers, but in a virtual classroom. 3 months ago, maybe we would have had to explain what a virtual classroom was like. So now we don't need to explain that. We all have lived, but what is extremely important is that MIT has been working on this program, on this online education for a couple of years already. We started with their second batch with generation number 1, yes, the second time that you offer the MIT MicroMasters. So it is designed as an online course from the start with the progress in these 14 weeks that you are going. So it's not something that has to go online because we cannot go home. We cannot get to the university. And as Dr. Chu said, we give you the experience in the classroom. We at first it's a bit awkward, but then we do the teamwork, the small groups. We work with 4 people, we program together, we code together, yes? So And we have, which is very important, I'm going to share the screen in a moment once again to tell you a bit more about the workshops. Why do we have the workshops? Because we believe that this in Spanish we say tejer la trama, yes, these interactions between academia, with the private sector, with government, we all work together in order to lift all the constraints that an entrepreneurial venture has. Yes, and now, because of this pandemic, our first workshop is going to be blended, because MIT professors are not allowed to travel, so to leave the States or to enter, so they are going to participate remotely, but synchronous. But we students are, given that Uruguay has taken such good care of the pandemic, we can, maintaining social distancing, we can meet, so we are going to be here in the classrooms of UTEC during this whole week, August 26, 1 week from there until the start of the probability course on September 1. And we will be meeting and having the synchronous sessions and already meeting our cohort of classmates. Yes, and now I'm going to share. Share some pictures. You are seeing the screen, I hope, right? Yes, this is where I left. This is a picture of MIT when they were here last January. We worked all month long from 8:30 to 5:30 doing coding and doing business development. So all this theoretical background that MIT gives us, we apply it with real purpose to develop a new line of business, yes, within a firm or in an existing firm, okay? And we offer. So these are pictures of the launch of our cohort number 1. Yes, this is in the middle is in the classroom. We work, as I said, entrepreneurship, education, life is a team effort. Yes, we believe in teamwork, in complementing ourselves. Yes, and as the teams also, they vary sometimes. People, they go all together, all the engineers on one part, or then they mix with the backgrounds. This depends on each one, and these teams are voluntary, and what you need to succeed then as a firm, okay? So these are pictures of our second workshop in January. Yes, how we worked along, as I said, well, there are beautiful pictures. We had 13 instructors. Now, in this cohort number 2, because for January, we are still unclear on whether travel will be allowed, we have moved this workshop to August 2021. So our first residential workshop is going to be in August 2020, now 26 to 1st of September. Then we will start with the probability course, with the online probability course, with the mandatory synchronous sessions, with the recitations with MIT weekly, that they help you advance in the material. They also help you build these connections, these ties with your peers and with the people from MIT, with your instructors. You see that, and yes, and fostering this network. Then, okay, we had 11 project proposals in our cohort of 58 students from generation number 1. And because the background of our students is very diverse, so we asked them that in order to start this master's program, you need to have a knowledge of calculus, simple and multivariate, and linear algebra, and on programming, like having the computational mindset. Then actually know to program in Python or not, you will get the skills ready, because there is a course on Python that starts on August 26th, the same day, so that can get you trained in programming in Python. Yes, Python and R are the 2 main programming languages. Yes, because in our cohort of students, our Latin America community is somewhat older than what a regular MIT student, which is like 21 or 23-year-old for a master's program. The median age of our students is 37, right? And they have a diverse background. We have people with an economics, accountant, not only engineers, also from agriculture, from from life sciences. So when they went to develop the project, this entrepreneurial project, we have a breadth, like 5 or 6 areas, like autism, detection and treatment, or speech recognition to the completion of medical visits. So then you can apply this data science knowledge, what is the main point here, in the area of your choice. We give you the skills, and we give you the network and the financing, and then you can develop the line of business that you are interested. So, as I said, last May we started with 58 students. It's the largest master's program in Uruguay. Remember that we are a country of 3 million people. Yes, so this has been a huge success for us. And not only we had 58 students believing in this master program, we have 100% retention rate, 1.5 years on board of this online master's program. All students are still here doing the last mandatory course, which is statistics, which is going to finish in August 31, and then they will prepare the comprehensive exam, and then they will have a project in order to acquire the master's that might take until first quarter of 2021, okay? We also encourage the participation of females. Yes, we are half the population. We would expect to have 50% of female students. So far, we have in cohort number 1, 31%, which is a huge success if we compare with the STEM areas, which in general are 10 to 15%. But we encourage more women to participate and to develop these skills, STEM skills, science, technology, engineering, and math, yes, in order to be able to succeed in the future. So I'm going to give the floor now to Johan. Johan is a software engineer. He can tell you a bit more about his experience, and then we will stop the screen sharing and go to the questions and answers that we have here, that I have seen a lot of questions already. Thank you for this, and Johan,
Thanks, Virginia. Okay, my name is Johan. I'm software engineer, graduated here at Dudelar in Montevideo. I'm also co-founder and CTO at Nereia, which, if you asked me a couple of years ago, I would say we are a boutique mobile app development company. But the latest year, we became something more of a partner, that we are trying to help our clients improve their revenue, decrease their churn. And they are all tasks that need to take decisions based on data. And that's pretty much the reason why I'm here. I need to work with this to add value to our clients from our company. And so as for the program itself and my experience on it, I think I'd like to highlight 3 main points. One is, I think Dr. Chu mentioned it. I hope I'm not butchering your last name, is the foundations. I feel like on the program, there's a lot of work on the foundation of machine learning and data science. It's not like you are getting recipes to go out there and repeat. You are actually understanding what you're doing. And that's, for me, is pretty valuable, because being an engineer, I can distinguish between getting a recipe that, if I have a different scenario, might break and I don't know what to do. And here is completely different. I really value that theoretical background we are getting. And I appreciate that so much. And then the second point has to do with the different backgrounds from the students and from the faculty that are participating in this course. In the JSL, I think it's where you see it most. There's people from economics, people from mathematics, engineering, chemistry, and the people that came from MIT, there were people so young, but with a lot of experience and knowledge. And great stuff came from it that otherwise, if I did the MicroMaster on myself, I wouldn't get to that point. To give a specific example, I'm a software engineering, and our project for the master degree has to do with economics. That is possible because I get to work with a classmate that has a PhD on economics. So I think that adds a lot of value to it. And then the third point, I think the nice thing of being the first cohort or the second cohort is that you can give feedback, and I really see a lot of stuff happening based on our feedback. I see how the course adapts, and how, if you say, okay, I need more hands-on help, they will get you that. So I appreciate that. So thank you for the team as well. And I think that those are like the 3 main points that I would like to highlight, and I will open the floor for questions.
Thank you, Johan. Thank you very much. So I see already a bunch of questions. There I can start answering some of them, and then Karine or Susanna, you can intervene as you see fit. The first one that one asked today about the, Karine mentioned 12 to 14 hours, and we said 20 hours, is because, as Professor Dr. Chu said, one thing is a regular MIT student with 24 hours to study, yes, and or spending all day long at university and already with the mindset. Our students here are older on average, they have experience, they have other obligations apart from the program. So there is this time to allocate this, to get back on track on the academic program, because they make no mistake, this is online, but it's not easy. So we said, okay, we listen, we pause the videos, we re-listen again, we understand. That's why we say, okay, it takes, we said on average it's 20 hours a week for us, not the 12 that are standard, because also, you see, and you can do that either, which we suggest is every day, like 2 hours, or as our students make. We have one student from Argentina who is like making solar panels in Neuquén, so he has no internet access. On the weekends, when he goes back to the city, back to internet connection, he does the 20 hours the whole weekend. You see, that varies. But yes, that's why we say on average, for some people it's easier. The probability course is somewhat, not easy, but like on the easier side, but then the others, I mean, you get acquired to get back on track on an academic program. Then some other question was whether you need to have knowledge of Python before starting. Not before starting, but yes, you will need Python for February, for the second course. So when you start the program now, you have the chance, because the very same day, there is one online course from MIT, which is Nivellation. It's not part of the electives, but it's like to start programming in Python. Then by October, there is the second course on Python. This one is part of the electives, so it will add up to the 100 credits that you need for the master. Then we will have a workshop, a special workshop this time on Python programming with one of our tech instructors, which is an engineer and who has been a facilitator for probability. And Martin, he will be the instructor for programming in Python, so that you enter in top shape with programming for the machine learning course. Yes? On the recitations mandatory, yes, they are mandatory. Yes? Because we pride on our success, because we believe that there is value that we are adding. And as students, you may not be aware of all the value that these interactions have, but then on reflection, you do. And this is also to help you cope, because it's like building the social ties. It's like entering in a classroom. Oh yes, this problem set was really difficult. Or I don't see the point. Why do we have to answer this? Okay, this is going to make sense in 2 weeks' time when we receive this progress. So we can make sure that you are advancing in acquiring the knowledge if you attend all the sessions. Yes? Does anyone want to intervene, or shall I keep answering? Yeah. I'm known for talking fast, so I'm sorry. Shall I continue reading and answering? Maybe.
Yes, you're covering all the points that I also thought about. Awesome.
Thank you. So, alternative for students in Argentina unable to travel to Uruguay due to the pandemic. Yes, well, now, this time, because we do believe that these 3 workshops, these 3 residential workshops in Uruguay are essential. So now we are starting cohort number 2 with this blended part. People here in Uruguay are going to attend, and the instructors are going to be online, and we are going to make it possible. So we are going to screen video conferencing. I don't remember how to say this. Yes. So we will have the synchronous session. We will have instructors, because we already have students from abroad as part of cohort number 2. So we have to make available for them to participate, to interact. Our team here, when we already have experience from the previous cohort on how to work remotely but synchronous in this workshop. The reason for this, Alejandro. So for the second workshop, because we do believe that it's important to be present, and here in Uruguay, we moved, instead of January 2021, we moved it to August. Hopefully in August, yes, we will all be here. And the reasons that they are in January or in August, it's because when MIT instructors can travel from Boston to the south because of the different academic calendars. These are the window periods that we have, okay? So scholarship for students abroad, no, it's highly unlikely because we are a national program. We are backed by our Minister of Education and by the industry ministry here in Uruguay. But what we want is that you come to Uruguay and you live in Uruguay and that you make the effort yourself to do these 3 workshops traveling. And then if you have an idea, we will help you develop that idea and make it a firm that is going to employ other people, Uruguayan people, you see. And of course, these firms, when we talk about firm creation, we are talking about global firms because we are very well aware that our 3 million people is not market. So we are already thinking in global firms based in Uruguay, but global, okay? So what is the cost of the master program for residents in Uruguay? It's about $7,000, yes? It's not expensive. You see, it's a 20-month program, MIT education for 7,000, okay? 7,000, yes? We do have scholarships, mostly for women. Yes, they are all partial scholarships because we want to promote female participation in STEM areas. Yes, and university professors as well, because we believe that by learning the way MIT teaches, you learn implicitly also, you incorporate this in the courses that you teach. So these are the couple of fellowships, scholar. No, it's not fellowship because it's just not paying less of the cost, okay? Somebody asked about the weekly recitations are with MIT staff or instructors, both. Because we are also doing this knowledge transfer, so always MIT instructors. Professor Chu can talk a bit more about this. And we also have excellent instructors from Uruguay, from UTEC, yes, who are statisticians, mathematicians, engineers. Yes, 3 of them are statisticians, 1 of them is an engineer of the pool of instructors that we have so far. Yes, yes. PhD, very committed. Yes, Professor.
The MIT instructors, for the recitations, they are basically the same people that would run recitations on campus. So they will be PhD students or postdocs that are running the recitations on the MIT side.
And let me see. I already have the MicroMaster certificate, but not undergraduate or academic background. No, you can, so there is this thin line. In order to get the master's degree, you need a bachelor degree. You can enter the master's if you have not yet finished your bachelor, but are about to finish it. Yes, but you will need a bachelor's degree in order to graduate with the master. Yes, and I think what is the profile of the students? Let me tell you about this because it has been very interesting. For our past cohort of the 58 students that we already have with this 100% retention rate, half of them are engineers, but we have mechanical engineers, industrial engineers, software engineers, computer science, agricultural engineers as well. So they all know calculus, algebra, as I said. They learn how to code in Python and in R. And because of this diversity background, this is what enriches the program, because they bring different backgrounds. We have also mathematicians. Yes, well, and then we have economists, as I said. I'm an economist myself, so I do believe in all the possibilities that having this learning to code and learning from the data, extracting information and knowledge from the data, all the possibilities that it has, and in many different angles and in many different entrepreneurial ventures. Yes. So did I, something else? The timing of the recitations is scheduled to go along because there is a progression in these 14 weeks that Dr. Chu mentioned for each mandatory course from the MIT. So there have been now neuroscientists designing these courses. So you see knowledge in the and there will be repetition of this knowledge in week number 3, and we are interacting. It's composed of very short videos, like 7 minutes, because it has been studied already by them. Like our attention span goes for 7 minutes, and then we defer and more when it's an online course. So you watch these videos, and this builds with what I said before on that we need 20 hours, because you pause, you go back, you listen once again, you understand, and then you move on. Yes, that's why it takes a bit longer also to adjust to the language. Here in Latin America, we all speak Spanish, and we speak this broken English that I'm speaking now. Yes, but our MIT colleagues, almost no one speaks Spanish. And we do believe that this is an opportunity, because it's an opportunity for us, because English is the language of business. So it's already an opportunity to improve our communication skills. Yes, we are in these workshops, we also work on this communications part, not only on the business part, but how to tell your idea, what is the value that you add to your idea, how to tell you briefly what your idea is about, you see? So we also, it's not only the technical knowledge, but also this business development that we aim to foster this entrepreneurial mindset among our students. Yes? Okay. So for this, inscriptions are open for this workshop that we are going to have now. Yes, students from abroad don't need to travel because it's impossible. It has been impossible also for the instructors to travel. Yes, so you can participate from abroad for this time, for this workshop. Yes, but we try to maximize the synchronous presence, the participation. So you will be, hopefully you will be sitting in your home in Rosario, in Córdoba, in Buenos Aires, but watching what we do here as a group here in the Parque Tecnológico de Arlatu, which is where we are physically located. Yes. And with the screens, with our MIT instructors working, you see, and working alongside, okay? So you will not need to travel now, but the moment this goes back to normal, we will have, it's about 8 weeks that we need to spend here in Uruguay. It's a chance for you to travel, to get to know the country, to see all the beauty that it has, and what it would be to develop a firm here in Uruguay. Yes? Okay, the other part that maybe, so what is the most important difference between doing the MicroMasters on EDX and this master's program is the recitations. You will have the same people that are on EDX, but weekly with you, working with you, with our cohort. We have one instructor for every 20 students, so one from MIT and one from UTEC, so 2 instructors for every 20 students. Yes, working, so helping you acquire the knowledge that you need. You see, transitioning to the next one. This is the value. The other part is of these 3 residential workshops where we build the ties among us and with our network of investors, entrepreneurs, academics, with all the people. Yes? And, okay. Okay, someone who's from Brazil, really excited. Thank you very much. We do hope that you will be able to join us for this upcoming cohort that is going to start in August 26th. So August 26, 27, 28, we will be all day long here in Uruguay. And if you are in Brazil or in Argentina or in Peru or in Ecuador or in Colombia, and also Paraguay, we have students, yes, you will connect. It will be as if you were in class. You will connect to the computer and work all day long. Yes, you will have to intervene. We will have instructors here that will make you, once when you want to talk, or if you have a question, we will ask the question for you, we will answer, yes. And, okay, well, the 3 workshops are essential, and then Annie, maybe I have not been very, very clear, but we can do that later on this financing. The financing that Annie provides, our National Research Foundation that they provide, is for ideas that have been validated by the private sector. So it's not that we will give money to everybody. It's when the private sector, an investor says, oh, okay, this is a project that we think it's doable and there is an entrepreneurial venture here, and it helps, is with the signature, with the quality signature and with seed capital, okay, to make this project alive, okay? Yes? Shall I continue with the questions or yes? Okay. Karin, Susana, or Mariana, if you want to answer. Okay, so it is possible to do elective online? Yes, we have over 40 courses as elective, okay? So if you choose the ones which are online, yes, we have some of them that are as workshops here in Uruguay that we have to attend them in person. For the people in Uruguay, it's easy. If not, you will have to take an elective from the online. And from online, there are from MIT and from UTEC. Our Universidad Tecnológica is already designed from the start in this blended fashion. So we have several courses that are online in the same pace with instructor-based, okay? Which is the other software in addition to Python is R. R language, the open source, R Studio, okay? Yes, with R and with Python. Yes, yeah, mostly Python. Yeah, but you learn to code in the two.
Yeah, mostly Python. And in the new data analysis course, you're allowed to use anything really that you're comfortable with. But we will mostly talk about things in Python.
Other questions, it says, the knowledge learned can be applied to other goals besides technology. Let me see if I get this question right, but yes, as we said, we have people so what would be technology or engineers, and then, but we have biotechnologists, people working with environment and climate change and assessing using machine learning to do the image recognition of how contamination affects los microbios, how to say the, well, okay, my English is failing me. So in water, when you have in water, there are microorganisms, okay? And they eat contamination, so they eat the affluents. So with so far, like here, our technological laboratory, for example, they measure one by one to see how much contamination there is based on the size of these microorganisms. Yes, I'm doing like this, but they are micro. And so I said a group of our students is using image recognition. So in order to be a person measuring this, to do it automatically, because what is machine learning? Machine learning is coding, it's programming, and it learns from the data that is built upon, or if you add more data, it will learn, and this is where the the intelligence part of the name it comes, that it will learn and the algorithm will improve over time with more data that you are built upon, okay? Yes. Where can you find information about the women's scholarship? You write to us, you check on our website, datascience.edu.ue, like Uruguay, UE. And you can download, I believe it's only in Spanish for now, the fellowship for women. But you can write to us and we can tell you all about. Basically, you will apply. So the process, there are two different processes or sequential processes. You first apply to be admitted into the master's program. Yes. So you will send your CV and a letter of motivation saying why you want to do this, how you use data science to develop a line of business. We set an interview with our academic coordinator. Once you are admitted to the master's, then if you want to apply for a fellowship, it goes there. And there is a sequential track afterwards, okay? Yes? Okay. The payment method, yes, we can talk about later, is monthly. So you pay when you sign up, you pay 20%, and then monthly installments you pay, okay? The elective courses are included in the cost, yes. No, the document with the elective is not available because we have over 40, otherwise it would be like too long a document. But you tell us, what are you interested on the elect, and we can explain to you what electives to take or what is the pool of electives that you can take based on your interests. Yes? Okay.
So there was also the question of, where can this knowledge be applied? And I could add a tiny bit on, the credential holders that we have and the learners in the MicroMasters program are really from across the board, because data is in every field right now. We have one of our credential holders is a surgeon, and he's applying his knowledge in like transplant informatics. There's people in retail, there's in finance sector. Just to make decisions based on data is what we are trying to, what this knowledge will help you do. I'll share my screen for where is it? Let me share my screen. So here is our micromasters.mit.edu/DS page. And at the very end here, there's learner stories. And then you'll see there's a few learners who are willing to share their stories and where they are able to apply their knowledge. So we encourage you to go there to take a look if you're interested in knowing how people apply this knowledge.
And there was a question about the subscription to MIT Horizon, which I'm happy to answer. It is one of the benefits provided to credential holders, which provides you with access to MIT Horizon, a digital library with exclusive original content. And the question was about the time period, and it is a 1-year period that you have access to this library.
Thank you, Susanna. Susanna is our program manager for the program. She didn't get to talk today, but she has been patiently waiting and answering the questions that she could.
Yeah, it's great to see everyone here. The one other point I wanted to raise is the videos, and that's a resource that I think would be of interest to learners to know about. All of the recitations will be recorded and provided to the learners through a private channel.
Yes, thank you, Susanna. And let us point once again, because this is really of extreme value, is not only for the knowledge that you acquire, that if you are persistent yourself, you can do this like on the EDX online or by yourself. But this is a 20-month program. It is very long, so it is on normal length. I mean, for a master's program at this, I mean, these weekly recitations commit you to maintain, to persist, to do not say, oh, okay, I will catch up on the weekend, on the next weekend, and then 1 month from now you realize that you are too lagging behind too much. Okay, so these weekly recitations are essential, and is where you can also see with your peers what is the value of this, and also to where we say, okay, we I don't know, how to advance, or how to ask for things for clarifications or not, or to implementations in things that.
Yeah, we definitely welcome, during these recitations, any thoughts that you have, so, you have a alternate way of solving this problem, then, we're happy to talk and discuss. The recitations material themselves are designed carefully to deal with the sticky points in the course material itself. And also whenever we feel like, more hands-on coding exercises are beneficial, that's also where, in the recitations where you'll be able to do that. And you can do it together with your peers. And, if you're stuck, your instructor is there to help you.
Yeah, and if I may, I think the peers part, you cannot stress that enough. When they say it's MIT hard, it is really. And maybe most of us looking for a master's degree already have our jobs, our companies, family. It's hard to take a lot of hours to study sometimes, and on yourself during 20 months. I don't feel I could do that just doing the EDX plan online. I mean, I find a lot of help on the peers. So I think that's a differential that you need to consider when you're taking that decision.
On the MicroMasters, on the edX course themselves. So this recitation is definitely a very valuable part on the edX forum itself. So there's a discussion forum where you can also ask questions, and we we have TAs and instructors that are answering questions there as well. So yeah, so the recitations are, well, I mean, we're very excited about the recitations, and we have a lot of fun playing with, you know, what questions are the best to ask, what are your level. So we'll also gauge the recitations material to the students' level as well.
So I think we have a couple more questions, but we don't have time. I think it's on this note, we can close for the moment this webinar. Thanking you all for your participation, your questions, and we will continue answering them through our social media. And you can write to us, drop us a line at DS, data science, the two letters DS, at datascience.edu.ue from Uruguay. We are also featured in MIT website in the MicroMasters program as well, up to the end, because UTEC, yes. So I believe we are the last university there on the link. But it has been a pleasure, and hopefully you will apply for the program and be part of this awesome cohort that is going to start in a month's time. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you, Susanna, Karin, Johan.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we look forward to seeing you on the courses.
Look forward to working with you.
Thank you.
Bye.